Hello everyone. Today, we're going to explore a very special land, let's say it, one-of-a-kind breed of chicken from the far reaches of Vietnam, the Tao Chicken, or as it's more affectionately known, the dragon chicken. Now, you might be wondering, is this a chicken or a mythical creature? But trust me, this bird is so extraordinary, you'll be scratching your head, thinking you've stepped into a fantasy movie. Let's start with the legs. These are not your average chicken legs. Each pair is as thick as a human forearm, with some weighing up to 1 kilogram per leg. Imagine walking down the street and suddenly spotting a chicken strutting with legs that look like they belong to a superhero. You'd probably stop and stare for a few seconds, right? So, what makes these legs so unique? The secret lies in a very interesting biological phenomenon. Growth hormones help produce collagen and keratin, the stuff that gives their legs that tough, scaly look. But here's the kicker: genetics alone aren't enough. It's not like you can just have any chicken, feed it some grains, and hope it turns into a dragon. No. Raising a dragon chicken requires a special diet and unique care, including chicken leg massages. Yes, you heard that right. These massages help with blood circulation, encouraging the legs to grow even stronger and more powerful. Honestly, who wouldn't want a free leg massage if they could grow legs like that? Raising Tao chickens isn't a simple task. You can't just go to the farm, grab a chicken, and expect it to be a dragon overnight. The process is meticulous. From selecting the right stock to making sure they get a high-protein, calcium-rich diet, everything is done to ensure those legs will grow like no other. Forget the regular chicken feed. These birds eat like royalty, with meals designed to pump them full of protein, minerals, and all the necessary nutrients to build their iconic legs. And let's talk about breeding. Not just any chicken can become a dragon chicken. You need to carefully select chickens with thick, muscular legs and shiny black feathers. It's like picking out the best models for a fashion show, but for chickens. You can't just go with any bird. It's all about the pedigree and the perfect legs. But why the high price tag? Well, it's simple. These chickens are rare, and they're not just rare because of their looks, they carry cultural significance. In Vietnam, they're often served at special events to bring good luck and prosperity. Imagine having a dragon chicken at your dinner table. Not only would it be a conversation starter, but it's also said to bring wealth and good fortune. If you own one, you're not just a chicken enthusiast, you're practically royalty. But the best part, these chickens are not just a source of pride, they're a true treasure. If you ever get the chance to feast on one, you're not just eating a rare delicacy, you're participating in a tradition that goes back generations. And who knows, maybe you'll even get to tell the story of the mighty dragon chicken with its legendary legs to your friends one day. So, there you have it. The Tao chicken is not just a bird. It's a masterpiece of nature. A rare and valuable creature that represents more than just an animal. It's a symbol of fortune and prosperity. If you get the chance to own one, don't miss it. And even if you don't, at least now you know about the chicken with the legs of a dragon, and that's a story worth telling. Hello everyone. Today, we're going to explore an interesting story about a unique breed of chicken that perhaps not everyone knows about. The Tao chicken, or as it's impressively called, the dragon chicken. And, do you know why it's called the dragon chicken? It's not because they can fly, nor do they possess supernatural powers, but because of their legs, those unmistakable legs that stand out from any other chicken breed in the world. With thick, scaly skin, covered in a texture resembling the hide of a mythical dragon, these chickens have become a symbol of rarity, value, and even a symbol of wealth and good fortune in East Asian culture. Just imagine a chicken that can develop huge legs, as thick as a human arm. An adult rooster of the dragon chicken breed can weigh up to 4.5 kilograms, while hens can reach up to 3.5 kilograms. And you know what? Each of their legs can weigh as much as 1 kilogram, a number that surprises even the biggest food lovers. But don't think that all Dong-to chickens have such legs. In order to grow these massive legs, farmers go through an incredibly meticulous and careful process to raise them properly. Let's dive into the details. First of all, it's important to know that raising Dong-to chickens is nothing like raising regular chickens. Unlike other chickens, these chickens need a special diet, a suitable living environment, and particular care to grow properly. Their food must ensure they get all the necessary nutrients, from protein and calcium to essential minerals to build strong muscles and bones. They even add herbs to their diet to help improve circulation, which strengthens their legs and tissues over time. But feeding alone isn't enough. These chickens also need special care. The Dong-to chickens need to be let out to roam freely, foraging and walking on uneven ground. This naturally helps develop their legs and also gives them an opportunity for muscle and bone training. After all, a chicken with strong, well-maintained legs can fetch a much higher price on the market. But, as with anything in life, this transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that takes over a year. From the hundreds of chicks, only a few will grow into perfect specimens with thick, symmetrical legs and smooth, pink skin, making them rare and highly sought after. And of course, this rarity drives up their market value. A perfect Dong-to chicken can be worth as much as $2,000. That's a price not everyone can afford, but those who appreciate unique and flavorful dishes wouldn't hesitate to spend. Not only do they require a special diet, but the processing of these chickens is just as important to preserve their value. Ladies and gentlemen, gather around, because today we're about to explore one of the most ancient and remarkable creatures on this planet, the Chinese giant salamander. A creature so extraordinary, it's earned its place as the largest salamander species in the world. But don't be fooled by its humble name. This amphibian is not only fascinating but also highly valuable. And no, we're not talking about your average farm animal here, oh no. We're diving into the world of creatures so unique that their very existence defies ordinary expectations. The Chinese giant salamander is not just a marvel of nature, it's a survivor from the past. This ancient creature has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years, making it one of the most enduring animals of all time. Yet, despite being a living relic, this salamander is highly prized for its significance in traditional medicine and gourmet cuisine. That's right, it's not just hanging out in the wild. The demand for these majestic beings has driven the creation of specialized farming techniques to raise them on large-scale farms. But don't think it's as easy as raising regular fish or chickens. Oh no, this is a much more intricate and, dare I say, fascinating process. Now, hold on to your seats, because I'm about to drop some jaw-dropping facts. Did you know that Chinese giant salamanders can live for a mind-boggling 100 years? That's a century of survival in a world that's constantly changing. But the real kicker, these salamanders can grow to an incredible 5 feet long. Just imagine, that's larger than the average human. These creatures are truly living giants of the animal kingdom. But that's not all, folks. The Chinese giant salamander has some quirky and extraordinary behavior. Despite being known as a silent predator, this salamander has the ability to communicate through sounds. And when I say sounds, I mean it. Barking, whining, and even crying like noses. Sounds like something straight out of a mythical creature tale, right? In fact, the salamander's vocal talents have earned it the nickname baby fish in China. Can you picture that? A giant salamander sounding like a baby fish. Nature is full of surprises. Now, let's talk about a really cool aspect of this salamander's life: its sense of touch and smell. These salamanders are almost completely blind. Yes, you heard that right, they can't see. But do they need eyes to survive? Apparently not. They navigate their environment through an incredible sense of touch and smell. It's like they have superpowers. They rely on their ability to sense vibrations and chemicals in the water to locate food and move around. It's an evolutionary marvel that proves just how adaptable and resilient nature can be. But wait, we're not done yet. The male salamander plays a very unique role in the family. During the breeding season, the male creates a den where the female lays her eggs. He's not just a casual bystander, though. No. The male salamander guards those eggs for 5 to 6 months, protecting them from harm. And get this, if any of the eggs are infected or unhealthy, the male will eat them to protect the healthy ones. Talk about a dedicated father, right? It's the ultimate form of salamander parenting. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the environment that these creatures need to thrive. The Chinese giant salamander needs clean, cold water, similar to the freshwater streams and underground caves that make up their natural habitat. This is where the farming process gets really fascinating. Farmers need to replicate these ideal conditions by creating controlled environments with constant water circulation, oxygenation, and temperature regulation. It's no easy feat, but it's essential. Without proper water quality, these sensitive creatures can become stressed and stop eating, so water management becomes one of the most critical aspects of raising Chinese giant salamanders. But the tanks these salamanders live in are just as special as the creatures themselves. They're carefully designed with smooth, sloped bottoms to prevent any injury to the salamanders. Plus, these tanks are divided into sections based on the age and size of the salamanders. This ensures that each salamander is living in the right environment for their developmental stage, which in turn maximizes their health and well-being. Now, here's where the real magic happens: breeding. Breeding Chinese giant salamanders is one of the most delicate stages in farming these amazing creatures. During the breeding season, farmers have to manage the temperature and water conditions just right to stimulate mating. Once the females lay their eggs, the farmers carefully collect them and place them in special incubating tanks to ensure that the young salamanders have the highest chance of survival. The tiny larvae hatch and are closely monitored for several weeks before being moved to larger enclosures as they grow. This whole process of raising and breeding Chinese giant salamanders requires an immense amount of patience, expertise, and attention to detail. But it's these efforts that ensure the survival of this ancient creature and its place in the world today. So, folks, the next time you hear about a Chinese giant salamander, know that it's not just a creature of the past, it's a living, breathing testament to the wonders of nature. Whether it's for traditional medicine, gourmet cuisine, or its role in Chinese culture, the Chinese giant salamander continues to captivate the imagination of people all over the world. And if you ever get the chance to see one, you'll truly appreciate how extraordinary this ancient being is.